everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be making this cute, whimsical fairy set of nails. So today we're going to be using our foils and we're going to be doing some layering. And just to give you an idea how I achieved this look, it is by doing layered foiling. And this is the end result. So for the thumb and pinky, I did the entire nail. First, I laid down my base pink. I did 2 coats of that on the thumb and pinky. And then I did my layered foiling. So for these two, we're going to start right at the beginning, and then these 3 nails, I'm going to show you how I created this look. So let's get into it. So I'm going in with my Beetles B158. And I'm going to do 2 coats. Now we're doing layering, so don't make your layers too thick. And I just really love this pink. I think it is just so pretty. Is that not gorgeous? Okay, so I'm going to do 2 coats of this on these 2 nails, and then I will come back. Hey guys, I'm back. So we have our 2 coats of pink on, and now we're going to go in with our top coat just to protect our nail. So this has already been top coated. We're going to go in with our Nail Art Foil Glue. I really like the Beetles brand. I like a lot of Beetles brands, but use whatever you like. And my lamp is very strong, so instead of curing this for 60 seconds, I'm only going to cure it for 30. Because when I cure it for 60 seconds, it ends up with a very yellowish tinge to it. And then the foil doesn't stick as good. So if you're having that issue with your Nail Art Foil Glue, that's probably why. So take it down to 30 seconds and see how that works for you. So we're going to put this in for 30. And then we can go ahead and do these 2 as well. Just give them a nice coating. Stick that one. Let's do this one. Just like that. Okay, so our middle finger, we're going to put our foils on the front, and we're going to leave the back. And we're starting with our white lace. And I just go right across the top. and just press down, kind of stretch it across there, just like that. And there you go. And now these two will be in the back of the nail. So just go halfway up the nail and then just press down. It's coming off. There we go. And because we're doing layers, you don't have to worry about having the design perfect. Just like that. And that's how your nails should be looking so far. So I'm going to go in with my top coat. In between each layer, we're going to top coat it. And I will be back in 60 seconds. Okay, everyone, so now that the top coat is cured for 60 seconds, we are now going to go in with our second layer of nail foil glue. And I'm only going to cure this for 30 seconds, like I said in the beginning. Fix it now a little bit. There we go. Because my nail lamp is very strong, so I'm only going to cure them for 30 seconds. So now we're going to go in with our second layer, which is our flowers. And let's pick just like that. And you're just going to press them down. Just like that. And there's one. Now our top nail. There we go. And then our last nail. There we go. And that's how our second layer should be looking. So again, we're going to go in with our top coat and we're going to cure them for 60 seconds. Just make sure that I have every So this is how our nails are looking, and they're already looking great. So now we're going to go in with our last layer of nail foil glue. And we're going to cure these for 30 seconds. And this is our top layer. And then you just pick where you want your silver to be, or your last layer, which I usually make it a glittery layer. And just put it anywhere you want on the nail. Well, I should say on your design. You don't want to do your whole nail with it. Unless you're doing the thumb and the pinky. When I first started using foils, I used to get so frustrated. And now that I learned this with the layering, I think it comes out just so pretty. And there we go. All right, we're done with our foil glue and we're done with our foils. So we can just move those out of the way. And now we're gonna go in with our top coat, cure for 60 seconds, and I'll meet you back here. Okay guys, so these have cured for 60 seconds. Now I'm just gonna go in and buff off this shine. Just nice and gentle. We just wanna get rid of the shine from the top coat. And this is gonna help us with our French. Okay. There we go. My buffer has seen better days. Okay. So there we go. We have these three all buffed. We're gonna just get rid of that dust off of there. Okay. So now I'm gonna take some of my Cocoa White. My Now Art brush. This is probably one of my favorite liner brushes, so I'm going to use that one. And let's create our French. I'm going to show you how easy this is as well. So if you have trouble doing French tips on almonds, I'm about to show you how to do it. I'm just going to do a dot there, a dot there, and then just going to come right down with that. And you just connect them. And I always just go over my corners like that. And then we're going to finish off this French tip. Remember, we're going to do a second layer of white, so don't make your first layer too bulky. Keep it thin. That is really the key when you're working with gel polish. There's our first layer. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we're gonna put it in for 60 seconds. We're gonna do the same on this now. Grab that real quick with my cleanup. There we go. And once we get the second coat of white on, you're really going to see that 3D effect. So just going to finish off my French tip. And just make sure you check your sides for any touch-up. Because you want your French tips to look very, very clean. Very sharp. So we're going to put that in for 60. Okay, so now we're going to go in with our second coat, and I'm going to start up here. And I'm just going to retrace. My line. And then I'm going to finish off the French tip. And you can see what a difference that second coat of white made. And if you keep your layers nice and thin, you won't have any bulk. That looks good. So we're going to put it in there for 60. And while that one's curing, we're going to do the second now. I forget to keep checking to make sure that I am in focus with the... Okay, I am. Okay, so after our second coat of white, we're going to go in with our top coat. And finish off these two nails. And this one we're going to do a little bit different. So we're just going to do our white smile line. So just kind of go around your design. Okay, and then you can just check it like that. Don't make your line too thick. I have a cleanup brush on hand, guys. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because we're just gonna do like a little, don't know if you can see my little ruffle. Just a little bit of a design. So we don't need this line very thick. So you just wanna swoop around your design. We have these two ready. And you just need to cure that for like 5 seconds because there's not a lot of product. So now we're just gonna do like a ruffle design. So just using the tip of my brush. Just like that. Just a nice little ruffle design. And there we go. So let's just cure that for 5 seconds. And you can use any charm you want. I went with a bow. Only because I thought the flowers and the pink just really kind of looked really good together. But you can use any kind of charm that you want. Anything that you have on hand. Tighten up my white real quick. Just move everything out of my way. So my charm, I always use my base gel and then I will top coat. And your charms will never come off. So let's get this on here. And when I put the other charm on, I ended up having to like hold it for 2 seconds, but it is because of the weight, I think, of this charm. I mean, this is a pretty big charm, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold that because I don't want it to move. Charm set, I am going to go in with my top coat. And this is how you lock your charms in, or your gemstones, whatever you're using, in place without going over top of your gem. Just like that. There we go. Now I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. And okay, guys, so that is our final look. What do you guys think? I'm definitely going to do some more nails with the layered foiling because it looks so good. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.